She's a criminal defense. Where were you when I needed you? She's a criminal defense attorney by day and a comedian at night. Give it up for Shayna!
Thank you. Give it up for your amazing host, Peanut Butter. Amazing delicious peanut butter. Thank you. All right, if you're keeping score, you'll notice this is the diversity portion of the night. They apparently have saved the darkest for the last, so you're welcome. If you're wondering what's happening here, what the situation is, I am a gay black woman. I am, but don't worry, I'm not all three at once. Because of course I can't be gay and black and a woman 100% of the time, right? It's not feasible. So what I do is I treat it kind of like joint custody. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm a woman on the weekdays. I'm gay on the weekends, obviously. And I'm black at night, only if there's no one around to call the police. I do have to be careful about that. I do. And I'm getting older. I actually turned 42 this year. No, get out of here. You look so young. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. I did. I turned 42, and they say that black don't crack. Have you heard of this? Black doesn't crack. And it's true. Black does not crack, but it does go gray and get fat. So I do have a couple of things to worry about. And I know Peanut Butter was talking about losing weight and diets, and I'm joining the bandwagon. I have recently joined Weight Watchers. Anybody heard of that? Weight Watchers? Give it up for them. And I'm waiting. I'm watching. Guess it doesn't quite work out like that. And you know, I try not to point fingers, right? But I will, if you're insisting, I will tell you who I blame for all of this. It's the doctors, it's the healthcare industry. Because they're not really for us as much as they say they are. I'll tell you about a recent experience I had. I went to the doctor's office, and I went for B12 injections. I'm anemic. I know it doesn't look like it, but I am on my father's side. And I went for B12 injections, and you know how after you leave the doctor's office and you can kind of log on to the patient portal, and it'll tell you like what your diagnoses are, what your medications are? Well, I logged on, and it said, patient presents as obese. Which, first of all, rude. Secondly, if that's not online bullying, I'm not sure what is. And thirdly, that's got to be like outside of the jurisdiction, right? Like I didn't even go there for that. It'd be like if I went for a pap smear and the doctor was like, you should floss more. You'd be like, were we in the same? But there is, right? There's all this pressure to stay fit and look young, and people are getting a lot of work done. And I actually had some work done recently. I don't know if anyone here can tell. I did. I got a womb tuck. I did. It's called a hysterectomy, but that just sounds so clinical, right? I got a womb tuck. And I got the idea from this book I was reading for people who have too much clutter. You know what I mean? And it said, if you're carrying something and it no longer brings you joy, then you should let it go. And if I'm being honest with myself, right, I was just sitting there collecting dust. I knew I was never going to fit into that thing again, so I released it. But I am, as I said, I'm gay. I actually got gay married a couple of years ago. Give it up for gay marriage. And my wife is a Jamaican and a hypochondriac. She's a Jamaican hypochondriac. So what that means is she gets to misdiagnose herself domestically and abroad. That's what that means. And because she's of Jamaican descent, she doesn't quite always get the English phrases right. Like she's on the right track, but then she messes up a little. Like she'll say, listen, while we're out getting food for our dog, because we're lesbians, so of course we have a dog. While we're out picking up his food, why don't we get dinner for us too? That way we can hit 2 birds with 1 spoon. I'm like, sure, if that's what you want to do. Or when we're going out and hanging out with family, she's like, I know you're going to go in there and tell them that we're late because of me, and you need to stop throwing me in front of the bus. And I'm like, that's violence. I wasn't planning on it. And a lot of people ask when they find out that she's Jamaican, did she marry you for her citizenship? And again, rude. And number 2, if they knew her at all, they would know she obviously married me for my health insurance benefits. She is a hypochondriac. And she's getting really, really good at it too. Like she's on like professional level. Like her turnaround time is really quick. Like she can leave the house perfectly healthy and come back with fibromyalgia. It's amazing. It's amazing. And she's getting like really competitive with it too. She is. Like she's a big time activist in the Me Too movement. And I don't mean like for sexual harassment. I mean when I say, hey listen, I have low iron, she's like, me too. She always has to one-up me too. So like I'm hypoglycemic, so I can't have too much sugar or else I get kind of faint and dizzy. So now she has vertigo. That's a lot. So yeah, a lot of times when people see me, you know, with the dreads and the glasses, they think I'm very militant and I'm like, you know, down with the system and down with the man, and that's true, I am. But a lot of people think that means militant means anti-white, and that's ridiculous. I love white people, I really do, you guys. Like some of my very best friends are white. Seriously. And I have to keep at least 2 or 3 white people on or about my person, because who else is going to tell me what's racist or not? Right? No, but actually, it's a little known fact, my favorite group of people are young white girls. And I don't mean that in like a Harvey Weinstein kind of way. I just mean that, like, in my experience, young white girls are like non-GMO, gluten-free, caged to farm table or whatever it is. And so when they see me as a black woman with dreads, they already think I'm like more down for the cause than I am, right? So by the time they find out I'm a lesbian too, they like literally can't even with me. And I just appreciate the admiration, I do, I really do. But I have to be very careful. I cannot hang around young white girls on the weekends, only the weekdays. I don't know if anyone here knows what I'm talking about, if you have any young white girls as friends or family, and what's today, Saturday? If you do, you will know that by 8 a.m. this morning, they had a picture of themselves at the finish line of a marathon. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like, young white girls are like the army. They do more before 9 a.m. than I do the entire weekend. And they always have like the best themes for their marathons. Do you know about this? Like Save the Panda Run, or Halloween Horror Run, or Let's Get in the Mud and Get Shocked by, like, I don't know, Lightning Run. And people don't realize that for the most part, black people aren't into marathons like that. And you may not realize why. It's a little known black history fact, but black people invented the marathon. We did, I don't know if anybody here knows about it. But the first marathon was called Escape from Slavery. It was. And we had really cool themes too. We had Damn These Chains Are Heavy. That was one. And, is that the North Star? That was one. But yeah, as I said, I'm a gay black woman, and sometimes growing up in a black family, being gay, you can kind of feel like the oddball, the weirdo, the one that everyone's whispering about. And so I kind of get anxious when it's holiday time and we're gonna meet up with the family. But this year, my cousin gave me a gift, and he came out as vegan. So, tag, he's it. And I don't know if anyone here knows what I'm talking about. Jim was talking about, the Baptist church and their views on homosexuality. And black families can be, again, I'm not speaking for all of them, but if black people have a hard time dealing with a gay family member, they don't even know what to do with someone who doesn't eat meat. Like, they're like, should we sit him outside so we can get more sunlight? Do we feed him salad with a leaf blower? I don't know how this works. But I decided as soon as I found out, I said, I'm gonna treat him with the same dignity and respect that I got when I came out as gay. And I'm gonna ask him the same questions. I'm gonna say, listen, I just hope you know that God made chicken and quail, not quinoa and kale. And listen, if you want to eat vegetables in the privacy of your own kitchen, that's fine with me. But don't be outside in your tofu sprouts, forcing your lifestyle down our throats. It's not cool. All right, you guys have been an amazing crowd.
Wow, she is good. Yeah.